The more you explain yourself, the weaker you look. That sounds unfair. We're taught to explain, to clarify, to defend our decisions. But here's the truth most people never realize. The people who explain the most are usually the least confident in their choices, and people can feel that instantly. The moment you start stacking explanations, you signal doubt, and doubt kills respect. In the next few minutes, you're going to understand why over-explaining quietly destroys your authority, and what confident people do instead. Stay with me, because once you see this pattern, you'll never speak the same way again. Let's make something clear. Explaining isn't the problem. Needing to explain is. There's a difference. When you calmly share information, that's clarity. Or when you rush to justify your choices because you fear judgment, that's insecurity, and insecurity leaks through your words. Most people think, if I just explain better, they'll understand. But respect doesn't come from longer explanations, it comes from certainty. And certainty is quiet. When you stop over-explaining, something subtle happens. You signal self-trust. And self-trust is magnetic. Today, you'll learn 3 powerful shifts that instantly make you appear calmer, smarter, and more in control. Number 1, the approval trap. This is where most people lose respect without realizing it. They justify everything. I couldn't come because I was tired and traffic was bad and I had work, and they stack reasons. Why? Because they're afraid of silent judgment. Confident people do something different. They state the decision and stop talking. I can't make it tonight. That's it. No essay, no courtroom defense, because when you keep explaining, you're trying to convince people your decision was valid. But confident people don't seek validation. They make decisions and move on. Confidence is brevity. The fewer words you need, the stronger your presence feels. Number 2, the invisible negotiation. Here's something subtle most people miss. Every time you over-explain, you're negotiating your worth. You explain success to avoid jealousy. You explain ambition to avoid intimidation. You explain boundaries to avoid conflict. Slowly, you shrink yourself. Strong people don't play that game. They allow misunderstanding. Let that sink in. They understand something powerful. Not everyone deserves access to your reasoning. Trying to control how everyone sees you makes you reactive. But when you stop defending yourself, you appear stable, and stability signals strength. Number 3, the power of strategic silence. Silence makes most people uncomfortable. That's why they fill it. They add extra sentences, extra context, extra explanations. They soften their statements. But powerful communicators do the opposite. They say what needs to be said, then they stop. Because silence creates gravity. When you're comfortable not filling space, people assume you know what you're doing. And emotional control is one of the strongest signals of intelligence. Weak communication is noisy. Strong communication is precise. Imagine this shift. You stop scrambling to justify yourself. You speak less, but your words carry more weight. You make decisions without defending them. You set boundaries without long explanations. And suddenly, something interesting happens. People interrupt you less. They question you less. They listen more. Not because you demanded respect, but because your energy changed. You're no longer seeking approval. You're operating from self-trust, and self-trust is quiet power. Let's simplify everything. Over-explaining signals insecurity. Brevity signals confidence. You don't need to control every perception. And silence is not weakness, it's leverage. Stop negotiating your worth with words. Speak clearly, then stop. Today, practice this. The next time you state a decision, say it once, then pause. No extra explanation, no justification, just clarity. It will feel uncomfortable. Good. That discomfort is the moment you stop seeking approval and start building authority. You don't owe the world endless explanations. You don't owe everyone access to your reasoning. You don't owe long defenses for short decisions. Confidence isn't loud, it's precise. And the moment you stop explaining yourself to be accepted, you start being respected. Speak with intention, move with certainty, and let silence do the rest.